I know that this is one of the favorite parts of my day when I'm able to make a video for you to share some of the wonderful things that I've experienced and we've experienced inside of Best Life. And I wanted to take some time to share again from this beautiful book, Getting into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks, and to share with you something that I feel will help you understand your emotions even better and the relationships in your life and how to find your feel good feelings and why you feel good or why you don't. So take a listen. It says, sometimes it seems like others have the power to negatively affect your experience, but that is never true. Only your response to them has the power to pinch you off from the naturally good feeling person you are. It always feels good to notice the positive aspects of another, because in doing so, you remain in complete alignment with the broader perspective of the source within you. And since the positive behavior of others does feel good, it is logical that you would enjoy giving your attention to that. But if you become reliant on the behavior of others to keep you feeling good, then when you observe unwanted behavior, it is logical that you would not feel good. And the worst part of that is you then believe that your feeling good is dependent upon their behavior, over which you have no control. And so, a belief that the behavior of others must be controlled so that your observation of that good behavior will make you feel good leaves you feeling vulnerable to their behavior. We would like to help you to understand that neither the good feeling you find when you observe wanted behavior, nor the bad feeling you find when you observe unwanted behavior is actually the reason that you feel good or bad. The way you feel is only ever about your alignment or misalignment with the source within you. It is only your relationship with the source within you, with your own inner being, that is the reason for the emotions that you feel. While it is nice to find things in your physical environment that enhance your good feeling alignment with your inner being, your understanding of why you feel good will make it possible for you to feel good regardless of the behavior of others. Understanding that the way you feel is really about your vibrational relationship with your inner being, with the source within you, with the expanded version of you who resides inside your vortex, gives you complete empowerment and absolute freedom. Yeah, isn't that wonderful to know that we feel based upon our perspective of how we relate to who we really are, to the broader aspect of us, right? Our inner being. And who is our inner being? Our inner being is that extension of God's source that entered our body upon first breath. Yeah. Yeah. And you could say, well, I was in my body before first breath. Well, independently, right? When you could sustain independent life upon first breath, yeah, that's what we're going to call the beginning. That's what we're going to call when source entered you completely independently. And that piece of you that goes back to non physical upon last breath. And when your perspective from your human form, when you see something that feels good to you, you can know with certainty that you and your inner being are feeling the same. You are vibing, you are in alignment with who you really are. But when you perceive something, experience something, see something, whatever it is that doesn't feel good to you, that means that your inner being, right, is seeing it differently. Why? Why is your inner being seeing it differently? Mm, this is a big piece. Because when you observe something, experience something, anything that doesn't feel good to you, that creates any emotion within you that is negative, this is the time when you're asking. Yes, you're asking. It doesn't mean you have to verbalize it, doesn't mean you need to put it in words. Your inner being who loves you so unconditionally knows when you're experiencing negative emotion, what you desire is to feel good. What you desire is whatever that you're desiring in that moment. It knows your desire and it creates it for you. It creates a vibrational reality of that. Yeah. And it holds true to that space. So that negative experience that you had is beneficial to all that is. It's beneficial to you, right? Because you get an opportunity to choose something different, to create something different onto the universe. Remember, each of our perspectives is unique. And even though sometimes it seems like we're observing the same things, or we're asking for the same things, or we want the same things, we are wanting them from our own unique perspective. Our perspective is unique. It is the only one in the universe, right? So when we ask from that perspective, when we experience a negative emotion from our perspective, our inner being says, "Oh, here's what you desire." And the universe is expanded, and we are expanded. Now we're so free that we can choose to shift our focus from that thing we don't prefer to better feelings that will ultimately bring us into alignment with that which we've asked for, or not. We're always free. But anytime we hold ourselves apart from who we naturally are, that good feeling person, we're going to feel bad. We're going to feel stress. We're going to feel worry. We're going to feel anxiety. So, my guidance to you, the thing that I can offer you that's most beneficial, and I say it almost every time I come to visit with you, is to feel good, to focus on feeling good. So, what does that mean? When you experience something you don't prefer, acknowledge it. Don't pretend it's not there. Acknowledge it. Say, "Ooh, that little piece of hair that was just tickling my face." I acknowledge that, right? It's okay. I love it. I acknowledge it. And then I shift my focus back into, or forward, that's a better way of saying it, forward into delighting in this experience that I'm sharing with you. And in that space, I feel my alignment. I feel my connection to who I really am. And even something as little as that expands my experience. It expands the universe. So know, every time you ask, it's a good thing. And know the things that you experience that aren't your preference, oh, they're so beneficial to you. And know this with certainty. You don't need to hold yourself in that negative space. Simply acknowledge that which you don't prefer, and then go about shifting your focus to that which feels better. You are amazing. You are unique onto this universe, and you are loved, valued, and appreciated for being you, always.